Welcome, everyone. I appreciate your giving us a little time tonight, this afternoon, this morning, whatever it is for you. And what we're talking about today is something that kind of takes a topic that you're a little bit familiar with and expands it. We're talking about how you can maximize the benefit of your membership in whatever professional organization it is that you are a member of. Every professional exam, certification exam, there's an organization behind it. And in order to maintain that certificate, in order to maintain that designation, you need to maintain your membership in that organization. And so while we very clearly and very easily see that professional certification exam process as a big benefit of membership in these professional organizations, what I want to talk about is the other ways that you can benefit from that membership. In a sense, it's a sunk cost. You have to pay it in order to maintain your certification and your designation. So what we need to try to do is figure out how we can get the most value out of that membership. And believe me, there's a lot of value to be had in addition to that certification. And so it's just a matter of taking advantage of the opportunities. And the good news is the professional organization really wants you to take advantage of these opportunities that they're providing. And so it's something that we'll look at here, the different ways that we can benefit. And so some of the ways that we can benefit, we'll start with the one I already said, we already know, and that's the certification process, the process of taking the exam, getting that certification, getting that professional designation, and using those letters after your name. And this is a benefit that will last from the time you start studying until the time you retire. So it could be decades of benefit, higher salaries, promotions, job opportunities, being able to switch companies, switch jobs within the same company, all of those things that come with certification. But as I said, that's what we're familiar with. That's what we think about immediately when we're talking about our membership. And so I don't want to spend a lot of time on that because I think, as I said, it's something that we're already familiar with. So another benefit that we have, there's a couple of forms of this, is training in CPE. After you get your certification, you need to maintain it by obtaining some amount of continuing professional education, continuing professional development every year. Now, every organization has their own requirements about how many hours per year and over whatever period of time it's reported and all of that, but you need to do it. And these organizations provide opportunities for you to get your CPE. And in addition to the CPE events, a lot of these organizations provide training courses on computer topics, current issues, current trends in that field. And you can attend these. A lot of these are free. And so it's not just you get your certification and you learn that content and you're done. With the continuing professional education, with all of the different training opportunities, ethics courses, and things like that that are available throughout the year, you can continue to learn, continue to stay current in your field, and be aware of those issues as they are coming up for your company. Now, I understand that a short course in some topic isn't necessarily enough to make you an expert, but it's enough to help you be part of the conversation at your company. It's enough to help you identify what you don't know and learn what's relevant for your company and what you don't know. And you can then find a more in-depth course. You can find other places to learn what it is you need to learn for your company for that topic. Okay, so it's not just certification, it's not just CPE, but it is all of that training that is available through the professional organization throughout the year, throughout your career, to stay current. Now, if you take a look at all of those courses that the organization offers, you're enjoying them as the listener, as the student, as the participant. But all of those courses have somebody who's teaching the course, who's leading that course. And so you also have an opportunity within that organization for presenting and teaching. Okay? Presenting and teaching those online classes. Presenting and teaching at chapter meetings, local chapter meetings. And we'll talk a little bit more about those here in a minute. But if there's all those classes that are being provided, be a teacher for one of them. Be the facilitator for one of those classes. Take what it is that you're doing at work and offer that course. Maybe your company's one of the first to adopt something, or you've adopted something in a slightly different way and made it work best for your company. Others want to hear about that. So you have the opportunities to present, you have the opportunities to teach for those courses. And also, that's a good way to learn too, I have to say. Teaching a course is a very good way to learn a course. I know from experience that some of the professional organizations have courses that are ready for you to teach. You don't even have to think of the content. They have the guide. They help you go right through the whole course. Okay, so there's a lot of opportunities for you to improve those skills of your own, teach, present, share the knowledge and experience that you have gained with other members of the organization. Now, the next one we're going to look at here in terms of benefits is, I debated about talking about it first, but I decided I'd put it a little bit later, and that is networking. And the opportunities that a professional organization provides for networking are, I don't want to say limitless because there's a limit to them, but there are a lot of opportunities. Now, I understand and agree that if you are in a large city that has a local chapter of the professional organization, there are a lot more opportunities for you to network in person on a regular basis. But no matter where you are, even if you're not in a location that has a chapter that's active or has, other events for you to attend, there are online events, there are online forums and discussion groups that you can participate in. And all of that is networking. It may not be quite as obvious networking as going to a physical location and talking to 5 people, but participating in those online groups, those online forums, attending those online classes. That's a way to get to know other people and other people to get to know you. But this networking thing is a tremendous benefit throughout your career. When we talk about the benefits of certification, one of the things we say is, you can get a better job. You can go to another company, get another job in your company, another job in another company, maybe even in another country. And all that's true. But if you think about it, it's easier to get a job in another company. It's easier to get a job in another country with your company, another whatever, if you know somebody where you want to go. It's not only you have the skills, but the connections help as well. Of course, there's companies that help you find jobs, and there's the recruiting agencies and all that. But if you go to an IMA chapter meeting and you've had dinner with and you've spoken with a person a number of times, and then you're looking for a job, or you see that they have a job opening and you would like to apply for it, that is a much better approach to that company. When you're able to talk to a person who's in that department, who may be overseeing this position, and you could say, hey, remember, we've spent all those evenings together over the past 9 months at various different events. You know me, I know you, you know that you know who I am. And so networking is one of the ways that we get all of those benefits from the certification. Helping people learn about us, helping us learn about other companies. You go to these chapter events and you may find companies you've never heard of before. And you find out that they're looking for people that have your qualifications. Networking is not easy. It requires work. It requires effort. It requires follow-up. It requires talking to people. It requires communicating with people. But it's really that network that connects you to the larger profession. And as it connects you to the larger profession, those are the relationships that become the next job opportunity. It may become the next opportunity to be invited to sit on an organization's board of directors. Okay, you go to your local meeting and there's somebody who's attending all the time, who's on the board of a charity in your city. And you talk to them, you impress them, and they say, hey, we need another board member on our charity. Would you be interested in helping out? And we could sit here for 20 minutes talking about or making up situations where those networks help. We don't always see them right away. We aren't always able to identify them, but they're out there. And so these opportunities to meet. I've talked about a local chapter. If your professional organization has a local chapter, what that means is there's a group of members of that organization in a city or a region, and they get together now in person. For a while there, it wasn't in person, but now they're back to being in person. And they have speakers, they have presentations, you go on company tours, you go to a facility, a factory, and get a tour of the factory. Government experts come in and talk about the impact of something on an industry. All kinds of different presentations and speakers and opportunities to learn, opportunities to meet people, opportunities to find out what's happening in your area. And so attend those chapter meetings. Attend those chapter meetings. I know where I am, I attend something very interesting. Where I am, we have a very large investment made by a company fairly near to where I live. And so one of the events was talking about the impact of that investment on the local community and that kind of how it happened and all of those things. Very interesting. Not anything that is technical. It's not debits and credits for accounting or anything like that, but it's the business in your area and being aware of it and being aware of what opportunities that development is going to bring. Now, in addition to the networking that comes from your local chapter and in being involved in your local chapter, the last thing I want to talk about in terms of what are some of the benefits are leadership roles. You have the opportunity to help lead your local chapter. I would expect many local chapters are always happy to have volunteers. Somebody who wants to be the treasurer, the secretary, or the vice president, or the program coordinator, whatever the case may be. And within the larger organization, the worldwide organization that you're part of, there are a lot of levels. There's country roles, there's volunteers at different events, there's volunteers at different kind of programs that the organization puts on. And so this is an opportunity for you to lead. And this is something that is wonderful experience, because in your career, you're going to get to a certain level and you're going to be asked to manage other people. You're going to be asked to lead a team. And so when your company's trying to decide who they're going to give that job to, one of the questions is, do you have any leadership experience? Well, it's hard to get leadership experience if they require leadership experience to become a leader, but you're able to say, yeah, I've been on this committee at the local chapter of my professional organization. This is what we've done. This is what I've done. This is the team that we've been working with. And so it's an opportunity for you to get that experience, to move up within the organization, move into more regional opportunities as they come forward. And so this is something, a topic to me that I think a lot of people fail to realize, to recognize, and to take advantage of all of the opportunities that the professional organization provides. There are magazines, there's publications, write something. Here, when we talk about presenting, it may be a written presentation, write an article. Write an article about how your organization implemented something, or how your organization switched its computer systems, how your organization, whatever it is, write it. It may not make it into the hard copy magazine that they send out every month, but there's a lot of things posted online. There's a lot of opportunities for you to take the experience you're getting, the experience that you have, and sharing that with other people. You enjoy reading those articles from other companies and other people about how they implemented something, the problems they had, the difficulties they had, and how they overcame them. Well, just as you enjoy reading those stories, that information from other people, those experiences of other people, you have experiences that you can share as well. So whether it's speaking at a local chapter event, whether it's speaking at a regional event, an international event, whether it's teaching a seminar, presenting something as part of a seminar, writing an article. All of those are opportunities for you to share your knowledge, your experience with others. Just like you benefit from other people sharing their experiences, you can help other people benefit by learning from the experience you've had, your company's had, and the things that you have done. Getting a certification has a tremendous return on investment. Okay, I talk about this in other places. This isn't anything new, but when you compare the cost of the certification, the time and the money for certification, and you compare it to the benefits you're going to get, and it's a higher salary, promotions, bonuses over the remainder of your career, there's a huge financial benefit. They have studies. Every organization has studies about certified people make $500,000 more over their career than uncertified people, whatever those numbers are. We know that getting your professional certification is a tremendous return on investment. And that's just from the certification itself. If, in addition to getting your certification, in addition to passing the exams, you also get involved with the organization as an attendee at conferences, as a participant at local events, as a presenter, as a trainer, as a facilitator, that return on investment gets even bigger. It's impossible to quantify the value of relationships. And that's one of the benefits you get from your membership are the relationships. They're there. Other people want to meet, other people want to talk, other people want to share their experiences. So there are a lot of opportunities for you outside of the certification to benefit from that membership you have in a professional organization. A lot of different opportunities. They're there. A lot of them are looking for people to take advantage of them. And so it's up to you, after you've passed your certification, it may be, to make that decision that you want to take advantage of those opportunities. That you know the payoff may not be immediate, it may not be direct, but all of these things I've been talking about are other ways that your career can develop. You can develop your skills, you can develop your network, you can develop relationships with people across the world, in your industry, other industries. And that's tremendous. That is a tremendous opportunity that being a member in the professional organization provides to you. It's just a matter of taking advantage of it. It's up to you. It's there. The professional organization is there. They're pushing out information to you all the time about seminars you can attend and webinars you can attend and things, opportunities for you to volunteer and to participate. So I invite you, don't just close that email so quickly. Read it. Think about what it is that this opportunity is. Is it an opportunity to learn something? Is it an opportunity to share something? Is it an opportunity to grow your network? Is it an opportunity to meet new people in new industries and new companies? And then ask yourself, should I be doing this? Is this something I should be doing? It's investing in your career. It's investing in your future. So just to kind of wrap this up, I sound a little bit like I'm repeating myself, but I think it's important to get this message across that there are a lot of opportunities within these professional organizations that are seeking people to take advantage of them. And so it's up to you to seize that opportunity and to say, yes, I volunteer. I will lead that course on time management. I will go to my local chapter and I'll give a presentation for 15 minutes about some factor of our company that's interesting or unique or how we've applied something to our organization. Take advantage of it. You get the opportunity to share, you get the opportunity to learn, you get the opportunity to expand your own personal network and all of those experiences that you can learn from other people. So I agree. I understand that certification is a tremendous benefit from your membership in your organization. But after you pass your exam, there's a lot more besides just the exam that you can benefit from that will help your career. So pay attention, plug in, ask. If you're in a city that has a local chapter, find out when the meetings are, start going to the meetings, ask what you can do to help, what volunteers they need, what roles they're looking for. Because these relationships that you have in your professional organization, it might be your next job, might be your new best friend. It might be that next opportunity. It might be your new employee. You might hire somebody from that organization. I was looking at it from you go and find yourself a job. It may be that you find the person who's going to join your department and you know who that person is and you have a good idea about that person and you know their professionalism and you know their skills and their knowledge. So I hope this was helpful in terms of looking at those opportunities and identifying what those opportunities are. And I'm sure I didn't cover all of them. I'm sure there's a lot more opportunities that are out there that once you get started, you'll start finding out what they are. And it's just a question you have to make. The question you have to answer is, do you want to take advantage of these opportunities? They're going to help your career. They're going to help you advance. They're going to make you better at your job, may find you your next job. But I encourage you, after you're done with your certification, you're not done with being a professional. You're not done with your professional organization. I encourage you to find out what the ways are you can be involved, what the ways are you can connect as an active member of your professional organization throughout your career.